This is our OneNote presentation. Yay! Thanks.
Okay, so, wow. So, I'm Cayden, this is Julia. Hi guys. We are members of the Instructional Design Team. We help students, staff, and faculty with all of their instructional design and technology needs. We do online courses, trainings, and 3D printing, and then a bunch of other stuff. So, we're here today to talk to you about OneNote. And before we get started with OneNote, I want to just touch on why note-taking is important. You can say, I don't need OneNote, I just sit in class and listen, and I'm fine. That would be not right. So, taking notes helps you remember information. So, when the professor's telling it to you, it helps remember and solidify it in your noggin if you're writing down, either typing or writing. It helps you recall information. So, if Julia is giving me a quiz, I can be like, okay, wait, I remember writing down. So remember, recall. And you can recall that information because you have written it and seen it and read through it. And then it's a good study trick. So going over notes, whether they're written or typed, is a really great way to study, review, and quiz yourself. So if you don't have notes, you're missing some of these key things that will help you. So this is kind of what you guys were asking earlier. But why do we want to use OneNote? So OneNote compared to the Google version, because usually a lot of times we're Microsoft Google, there's more use, but it also has better text editing and desktop usability than the Google version of it, and it's a little bit less glitchy. So the main difference that I see is that when you draw in OneNote, so if you have a picture, you can be like, okay, I want to focus on this today. In OneNote, you can actually draw on the text there, but if you are in Google, it only lets you write around or draw around the text. So here, if I see that something is misspelled or it's a name that I really need to remember, I can make it a capital. But in Google, I can't do that. It won't let you. It makes you draw around it. So that's a really good one, especially if you're learning parts of the brain, for language in the brain. So that's a really helpful one. And then there's just a higher number of widgets on Androids than it is on Google has. And then it's free. And everyone that's one is free. So just using your Genius account, it's a lot more accessible than a Google account would be.
Okay. So how you can set up OneNote. So like Cayden kind of mentioned, you can use it on your desktop, but you can also have it on just your web browser. So that's just how I have it. I didn't download the app. But you can also have the app on your cell phone, and it will sync what you have for both devices. So if you're working in class on your laptop and then you go somewhere and need it on your phone, it will be there. Fun. And you just need a Microsoft account, which we don't have. So these are just some things that you can do with OneNote. So you can type in it normal, just like a Word document, and have all of the features with highlighting, italics, bold, whatever. You can add images straight on the page. You can move content around as you go. So if you decide, oh wait, I want this on top, you can rearrange it. You can add tables, so you can make a little calendar or something, embed an audio or video, draw on it, change paper styles with lines, graph paper, great. So some tools that you can use, there's a bunch of different kinds of pens and markers. You can do a type-to-text feature, which I don't think works on the browser version, but it will work if you have it on your desktop. There's a math assistant, like I mentioned. There's some cool accessibility tools. So there's an immersive reader tool, which will read what you type for you. And there's a translation tool. And you can share it with other people, like I did with Cayden. So if you want to look that up, or if you want to do it after. Either is fine.
We'll pull that up and then we'll go back.
Okay, so you can have a few different notebooks. So I have that. So under my presentation notebook, I have these pages. So if you guys didn't know, I'm going on a trip to Australia, so this is what I did. So I just titled that there. I can type, and then, do I need to use a pen? So if I want to move things around, you can just kind of like,
Maybe you have to use
I might have to use a pen. I might not like this one.
You might not like it because you're on the keyboard.
I might not. Yeah, so it doesn't like us moving things on here. But you can, I promise. You just have to circle it and move it. So text is normal, so you can just like highlight that like you would on a normal thing. You can edit it that way.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So then if you do that, then you can move them up.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Okay. Yes. So you can insert images just through the insert tool. All the fun things. I don't like it so much.
I really don't like it.
It's okay. But so you can insert images and tables through there. So I just made my little itinerary, and then I inserted a video on YouTube that you would also be able to go up and watch. That's like things to do in Sydney. So yeah. Yep. So then another thing you can do is just draw. So you can write. So there's a pencil. Here's a marker. So I just wrote. So like.
All right.
Okay. So you can write something. If you have like a iPad or something instead, you can kind of write straight on your device and then highlight it that way and stuff. So that's cool. I made the background the page with the lines so that I could write on the lines. Is this Panda?
This is Panda.
Hi, Panda.
Oh, Panda.
Yay. So yes. Math for the accessibility. So I made it a graph paper and I plotted some dots. So then there's also a ruler. So in theory you could like measure the distance.
Holy smokes.
Yes, and change funds. And then Cayden, if you want to try to highlight that, it should give us the option to solve our problem.
Oh.
Brayden!
Hey.
I keep moving this. You can delete that, yeah.
So how do I?
So click that button.
This. Ah. Hello.
If you click ruler, it should move it too. So. There we go. So you can solve.
Oh, I can solve for whatever I want.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Generate practice quiz.
So yes, fun things for math. Math guy.
Math's like Miles guy. That's so cool.
So I like that.
That's so cool.
Let
So that's
the
fun.
computer do the math for you.
Accessibility. So I just wrote, hello, my name is Julia. Fun. If you highlight it, I think. Where's it?
I can do it on my laptop.
It might be the good one. Yeah, because I think we should do that. Classic.
That looks more, yeah. Right.
For reading? Oh wait, no, that's us. Never mind. That's gonna
Should let you read it back.
That's gonna be us. Yes. Just search accessibility. Oh. Okay. translate. Oh, immersive reader, that's what it's called. My bad. My bad. So yes, if you click play.
I promise it's coming to my
It
laptop.
would be. So yes. And then while you're in there, I think is where you can translate. Oh! Perfect. It's like pretty colors. What if you told my book? Whoa! That part is
Whoa.
I'm like,
going crazy. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's.
Turn that on. There you go.
What? Whoa!
Holy moly.
I do like that. Wow.
Syllables.
Whoa!
Whoa.
We could play poetry for Neanderthals.
We could.
This could actually make me good at it.
Probably.
Go back to the
I
book.
don't know if anything. The book?
Yep, and choose language.
Shut
So
up,
pick
Betty.
a language and it'll translate.
What?
What? Translate into Icelandic. Okay, never mind. Julie, don't you say? Yes, French.
Oh, okay. Then.
Français. French. Français. So it'll say bonjour, je m'appelle Julia.
Ooh.
That was
Wait, which kind of French?
France.
France, yeah.
French.
France means. Yes, and.
Oh, in document, yes.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Julia. Oui. So yeah, I'm like now it's just accessibility instead.
Oh my god.
Perfect. So yeah, you can translate things, which I thought was really
I
fun.
was gonna ask, so the top now it says original in French?
Yeah.
Can you like click to toggle
Yes.
or? That's so.
Mm.
That is
So had I known about this whenever I was still in French, I could have like typed my notes in French from the class and then translated it to English instead of me having to like write it and then be like, hey, type this into word reference, translate, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I could have just done that. Got me.
Wow.
Wow.
And yes, those were all the things that I had. That's not bad. Yep, I was correct. So yeah, fun things.
So neither of you used it before this training, right?
No.
How long did it take you to like get acquainted with it?
I watched a video that took 10 minutes.
I had used it before. I don't know when.
I heart OneNote. I love it so much. I use it for
But I say
Do
a
you
lot.
actually?
A lot of people use it, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.